Welcome back to HTML and CSS tutorial for beginners. In this series we'll be doing our first project, which I titled Project 1. We will be doing or creating a simple website, and we will also telling you how to structure it so that it will look professional. So let's get started. Now this is a website. We are going to create something like this or something similar to this. As you can see, they have the heading in this place and every other thing. So this is something that we intend creating at the end of this program. We'll be able to put the table and some letters under the table. So let me close this one, open this one in a browser. This is my browser. So first of all, what I have to put is my HTML tag, which we are very conversant with, and I can name this one, say project 1. So let me save it and refresh my browser. Project 1, you see, is empty. So let's start putting in couples of things. Let's use H2. Say my first web program, or my first web. Let's use project, as this is a project. Now we'll be doing some couples of things in this place. So let's put our styling. I don't need this, so I have to go to my style. But before I will be able to access this, I have to give it either a class or ID. So let's give it a class of what? Heading. Sorry, a class of heading. So then let's go back to our styling and say heading. So what do we want to style in our heading? First, we want to change the background color. The background color to be what? Red. And the text color, we can change it to be white. And what should we do again in that place? I have to change the margin and the padding. The margin top, I have to give it -10 pieces. -10 pieces. The margin bottom. Now why is not appearing? Because we didn't close this initial one. Margin bottom, give it a -10 also pieces. So, and the padding, which will land in our, sorry, I don't know why I always forget closing this. The padding top, let's say 10 pieces. The padding bottom, let's say 10 pieces as well. So let's save it and preview our browser. You see, so these are it look like. So there is one couple things we are going to be doing again. It's a test alignment. Test alignment, say center. I don't know why I always forget to put this semicolon, but God will help me. So this is it. So what we have to put in our page again is the image. The image is in the img. So what is the name? Where is the image? Let's try to use the soup. And let's go soup.jpg. And give it a width of 100% and give it a height of 300 pieces. So let's save and refresh our browser. So we have achieved that. The next thing we have to put in our page is the nav. So how do we achieve that? We create a UL inside the URL we create a list, and inside the list we create an anchor tag. We don't want it to take us to anywhere, so we put hash. So the first anchor tag that we'll be having in that place is the home anchor tag or home nav. We put a couples. Let's try to use 4. Say this one can be about, this one can be login or whatever, and this one can be sign up page. So we'll be working with this. Let's view and see how it. So we have the 4 of them in this place. So let's change how they look like. Let's use IT in this case, so I will be able to remember them all. The ID of nav. So I have to go to my style, say IT. We use hash to represent ID of nav. What do we want to change? We want to change it from block to what? Inline. So we convert it from the display, change the display to what? Inline block. So after that, what do we need again in that place? We need them to be splitted. Since they are 4 in number, let's change it to 25%. That is, each one should take 25% from another. So let's save it and see how it appears in the page. So you see, this one takes 5%, this one takes 5%, this one's supposed to be continued, but it went down. So there is a couple of things we have to do in this place. Now how to call the nav again. In this, we are talking about the UL itself. Now the UL will have to change the white spacing, to no wrap. So this will automatically remove the white spacing from the edge and give it a perfect shape. So this is this. Now let's try to put a background under it. So say background color, say red. What again do we need in that place? Now we will have to change how this is being structured. We don't want it to be blue, we want it to be white, and we need to cover this image, these spaces in between here. So let's do some couples of things. So in this place, we just copy from here, from this place. Good. Let's just copy it to this place and save it and see how it looks like. So we are able to achieve that. But then there is one thing that is still remaining: how to change the write-up color to be white, and we'll have to remove the underline on it. So for us to do that, what is bearing that letter is the anchor tag. So how to call another nav, so with what? Anchor tag. This is telling it to go into any ID that have a name nav, and inside that name nav you will see an anchor tag, and whenever you see an anchor tag, it should run what we are about to input in this place. So what do we intend to put? We put the text decoration to none. So and what again, you change the color of the text to be white. So I think that is for that. So we have achieved that. Now another thing we want to put into our page is a write-up. Let's try to put a write-up to our page. So let's use p tag to put a write-up. Do I know what to do? Right? I don't know what to write, so I will just use Lorem to write to get my write-up. So I told you how to get it. Let me just copy and paste it one couple more time, so that it will be a little bit much. So I save. Now you observe that in this side is a perfect matching, but in this side is looking so rough. So let's try to do something with it. Let's change the alignment. So you have to give it a class or ID, whatever you think or use. Give it a class of para. You can use any class that you feel like or desire. So when I come to my style, I say dot para. So inside dot para, what do I need is the text alignment. I'll change the text alignment to justify. So when I click save, you see that the two sides is now justified, but you observe that it's too close to the margin or to the edge of the browser. So let's do some more things to it. You can decide to change the margin. Now change the margin left. Let's use 30 pixels from the left, and from the right we use, where is the margin right? Let's go up. It should be up. Margin right here. We use the same 30 pieces, so to get a perfect matching. So let's save. You see, we are able to get 30 from the left and 30 from the right. Let's do some other things in this place. Let's try to split the column into 3 by using column count. Column count enables you to split your paragraph into pages or into bits. So let's see. You see, you are able to get it in 3 phases. Now let's try to put a write-up in that place so that the person will know what that thing is actually meant for. So let's just put a H3 tag in this place. H3 tag, let's say about us, so that whenever someone visits your page, you know that yes, this thing is talking about the owner or about the page. So let's use our inline to style that one. Say the color to be red, text align to be center. Good. So let's see, we get our text and we bring it to the center. So that is for that. Let's try to bring in image to our page. Let's try to bring in image after the paragraph. So for us to do that, we say image. Where are we getting the image? That is the image source. We get it from a folder we created from this initial place. So let's use soup.jpg, and the height, we want to change the height. Let me use 300 pieces. So let's refresh and see how it looks like. So we get our image. Let's try to just copy the image. I don't have time to go and import another image, so I'll just copy the image and paste it under. Let me refresh. You see, I get the 2 images now. So I will try to put a little write-up under the image, or before the image. Let me just put a H3 tag, say our photo gallery, So let's style it using inline. Say color to be what? Red. Color to be red. Text align to be center, so that it will now be sent to the center. So say our photo gallery, we have successfully gotten that. So what again do we need in our page? Let's try to put the table. So for us to achieve that, let's go down. For us to achieve that, let's put a heading. Let me just copy this one. I don't have time. Copy that one. So let's say I'll now change this right up. Let's say, what will I say? I say students data. So we save it. So let's go down and see we got it here. So let's try to create a table to get our student data. For us to be able to create a table, we use the table tag. So I'll now put the tr, which groups either the fields or the table data together, the tr. So we use the th, which is the table head, to get our table field name. So I will say full name. Let me just try to copy this a couple times. I don't need much. I can just put 2 or 3 in here. How many do I have? I can say in this place address, phone number, I say email, and what will I now put in this place? You can say gender, whatever, gender. So I've gotten that. So I have to create the table data or the table contents, whatever you wish to call it. So I put the tr again. Now put the td, which stands for table data. So what is the full name of the lesson? Say Practafan. So Practafan, td again. What is the address? Say 15B Oldmore Lane. So what is the td? Another td. So what is the phone number? I don't know, just use any number. Another td. So what is the email address? I can use anything at gmail or whatever.com, whatever you wish to use, I don't know. So another td for the gender be male. So we have gotten this. So let's just try to copy this thing one more time so that we'll be able to get our second person. So let's see, I'll just change the name. See, Vandeda. So the person's address is 15.3 Van Lane. The person number can be anything, I don't know. Can be anything. The person email address can be anything. And the person now can be female as well. Female. So let's save and go to our page. Now we are able to get you see that it look rough, so I have to come back to my table and put a border of 1. If you remember when we did it, when we were talking about table, and we put the width to be 100%. So let's save and go back to our page, and you see that we now have a perfect table for our page. I believe we are almost getting to where the website I showed you before we started, and in this one we just create a little footer a little footer that has a paragraph, say design by Legends Global Technology. That is our name, and then now put the, let's use the inline style, say background color to be black, or let me just give it a class so that I will copy what I have in that place to this place. Say class of foods. So let me just go to my styling. I don't want to waste time. My styling, yeah. So say foods. So I just have to copy what I have in this place because I don't have time. What I have in this place. Okay, copy this and I'll save it in this place. Now how to change the background color to be black, and also in the same I have to change the color of the text to be white. So that is for that. So imagine this, imagine that thing, gotten this. So let's remove this margin up. We don't need this. Margin up, and let's try to test align it. Test align to center. Test align to center. So I think this is pretty good. So this is how to create a simple website. You see, from the beginning to the finishing, it looks awesome. You see, we will only use one other color joining the two primary color, yet our work look awesome. So that is that. We have gotten our page, and I believe that in our next project we'll deal on something that have to do with a form. So that we'll create something that has to do with form and other couples of things that we couldn't lay our hand in this place. And let's don't forget to split this together, this paragraph, into 3 like this. You make use of your column count. If you want to split it, make you see column count 3. So if I change it to 4 or whatever, it will still change to 4. Let me go back to my page. You see, it has now been changed to 4, but for the purpose I just need 3. So I save. So that is that. Please like, share, subscribe, and whenever you are confused, don't hesitate to use the email address, and see you in the next tutorial. Thanks.